Hello, my name is Dr. David Palmer. I'm a practicing clinical psychologist and university professor. I've created this YouTube channel for parents and couples to help them to promote happiness, wellness, and resilience in their family lives. In this edition, I would like to discuss how to maintain social connection during periods of social distancing. I'd like to set a context and then review 3 different kinds of strategies: talking, sharing media, and having fun. We humans were made for connection. If cars are made for gasoline, we're made for connection. So whenever we are suffering from an absence or a diminishment of connection, we hurt. And during the period of COVID-19, it's an especially acute type of hurt. My students tell me, my clients tell me, people in my personal life, we're all unanimous that this really hurts to be cut off from so many people in our lives. So as I suggest these strategies, I'm not trying to suggest that there's a way to eliminate the suckage of all this. This truly sucks. And I know I'm irritated by people who come along in a sing-songy Disney princess kind of voice suggesting that everything's an adventure these days. So in offering these strategies, what I'm trying to do is reduce the suckage, not eliminate it altogether and not suggest it's not there, to maybe create some distraction, create some laughter, some good moments in the midst of this difficulty we're all sharing. So the first kind of activity, many of you may already be doing, but I don't want to assume things, and that is just having face-to-face contact. I'm finding some people are reluctant to reach out to some of their friends. The thought is, well, maybe they don't care much about me because they're not reaching out to me, so I'm hesitant to reach out to them. But if you're friends, odds are very high that the other person is going to welcome you reaching out. And maybe they haven't reached out because they're feeling depressed or isolated or thinking that maybe they don't matter to you. So do reach out and try to have it be face-to-face, whether it's through FaceTime or Zoom or other venues like that. In the case of Zoom, you can set up a free account that allows you to have 40-minute conversations without paying a nickel. If you want to have more, then there's I believe, a small monthly fee. The second type of activity is just sharing media. A lot of people don't know about some of these services. For instance, there's 2 I can tell you about. Netflix Party, if you just Google that, you'll see it's a way to watch Netflix offerings in real time together and chat and communicate about your thoughts and feelings about what you're watching together in real time. There's also a website called letsgaze.com where you can watch a wide array of media with a friend or loved one from a distance. And again, communicate with each other while you're having the shared experience. The third type of activity is to have fun. And if you do a Google search, you'll find all kinds of digital gaming that's available for groups of people from a distance. I'm just going to tell you about a couple that I really like. My favorite is probably Quiplash. Quiplash is in that category of games where they give you a prompt and then you compete with other people to find the funniest reply. So for instance, some sample Quiplash items are the worst theme for a pinball machine. And people playing would give the funniest answer they could think of to that, and then there'd be a vote on which answer is the funniest. Or should you catch on fire, remember, stop, drop, roll, and then blank. Or a third example here, a double rainbow doesn't have gold at the end of it, instead it has blank. So you can imagine the funny things you might say to that. And the game average lasts about 15 minutes. You can play 3 to 8 people. It does have a family-friendly setting you can put on it also. A second offering in the same kind of genre of game is an online version of Cards Against Humanity called Evil Apples. This is very much an adult game. R-rated content is laced throughout the prompts. To my right here, I'll give you some screenshots of examples from the game. But it's basically the same thing. There's a stimulus given and then the players compete to give the funniest response, and there's voting about who is given the funniest response, and a winner declared at the end. Second category of game, online distancing gaming, is drawing things. So Scribble.io is an example of one of those, where the person who's on point is given a word. They're to draw the best representation they can of that word, and then other people guess what the word is, and you get points if you're accurate in your guess. And again, it's a contest type game, and a winner is declared at the end. Drawphone is another simple little app that you can have on smartphones, where a word is provided, one person draws their best effort at that word, the drawing is sent to the next person, and they're guessing what the word is, and so on and so forth. So by the end, you see all the change that happens from the first word to the final words and images, and it's pretty fun and funny. So again, these are just a few ideas off the top. There's so many more available online that you can find depending on the type of game genre you like to play. I'd like to thank my undergraduate students for some of the ideas they've given me for this video, and hope that you have fun with it. That's it for this edition. Please remember, we are made for love.